I wouldn't like to be in Ireland's position. Erasmus. Oh, wouldn't you, Razzie? You wouldn't like to be in our position. I wouldn't like to be in your position either. But
So the Springboks managed to take revenge on the French for stealing the 2023 hosting rights from South Africa. But guys, what a brilliant game between these two great rugby nations, France and the Springboks. So I just want to dive into this video and give my take on this quarterfinal match of this Rugby World Cup. So everybody knew that this is going to be a very tough game between the Springboks and France. France being the host nation, the Springboks being the defending World Cup champions. So in the first half, I was very nervous. It was clear to see that France, they were the stronger team physically. They brought the power. The Springboks struggled in the physical department against France. To me, it felt like men playing against boys in the first half. But I just knew that the Springboks bench is much stronger than France's, and that our bench players will have a greater impact later in the match. My only concern was just for the Springboks not to concede too many points, and as we know that France, they scored the first try, the Boks then responded with Kurtley Arendt's try, and we just know it was a seesaw battle between the Springboks and France. What also concerned me was the yellow card for Eben Etzebeth just before halftime, and for France getting the penalty and going ahead during halftime by 3 points. And I just felt that in the second half France will apply the pressure, but lo and behold, the Springboks managed to limit France, and there wasn't any huge damage done with Etzebeth being out of play for that 10 minutes. A couple of things on this game. Like I previously said, that France, they came with the power. The Springboks were struggling, and France, they continually got fast ball, rug ball, and that allowed him to attack the ball, the Springboks at will. So the Springbok players that I feel that stood out was, I would say, number one, it was Cheslin Kolbe. Kolbe, he basically made 126 meters for the Springboks. His charge down of Ramos's conversion, that saved the Springboks two points. In the second half, it was feeling as if Kolbe tried to wrestle this game back, man alone, and his work rate was off the charts. So Kolbe was very good. Our fly-offs were also very good. I think Manie Libbok had a very good stint. He missed one kick, converted 2 other kicks, and I think that was very good from Manie. And obviously, what can I say, the 50-meter penalty kick from Henry Pollard to basically win the Springboks this game. And Pollard, he had also an excellent game when he came on. A player off the bench that I thought made a huge impact was Kwagga Smith. Kwagga Smith is one of the most underrated players in the Springbok team, and I feel like Kwagga had a very good game when he came on. He came on when he took the ball up. His leg drive was always strong. He always made meters beyond the gain line. His tackling was good. His work off the ball was good. As well as Deon Fourie. When Deon Fourie came on, we needed a player at the breakdown to slow France's ball down. Deon Fourie, he came on, he was a nuisance at the breakdown, and he also contributed as well. But the player that I think made arguably one of the biggest impacts when he came on was Oxenche. Guys, Ox, you could see there was a momentum shift in the scrums when Ox came on. The Springboks got a penalty, and that allowed us also to take this win. And whenever the Boks were in the position to scrum, you could see that there was a momentum shift when Ox was there. So just a couple of the stats. According to the stats, the Springboks were not supposed to win this game. France, they dominated the territory for the whole game. France at 63%, the Springboks 57%. Possession, the Springboks for the whole game only had 41% possession, and France had 59% possession. The meters gained, France, they basically gained, or they made 512 meters. The Springboks made 419 meters. Things like offloads, France, they managed to complete 13 offloads. The Springboks only 2 offloads. Defenders beaten. Look at this stat. France they managed to beat 42 defenders, the Springboks 12 defenders. So this was telling, because you could see in the game that it was just Minnikin's boys, France. They were punching holes in our defense, and they were just basically causing havoc in the Springbok defense. Carries over the gain line. France had 82 carries over the gain line versus the Springboks was only 36 carries over the gain line. Then discipline. Now the discipline from both teams were very good. France, they only conceded 6 penalties, and the Boks also only conceded 6 penalties. I think this was the lowest I've seen in a very long time, where teams concede so few penalties in a match. It's testimony of both teams' discipline. The Springboks, they made 163 tackles. Now, in defense, it's tiring when you're in defense. But the Springboks, it shows that the Boks, they are a very fit team, and they made 163 tackles versus France's 92 tackles. So off the stats, it was quite clear that the Boks had a very tough time. It felt as if the Boks, they basically had to earn their right to be in the semi-finals. And did the Springboks earn the right to be in the semi-finals? So guys, I really enjoyed this game. I was shouting, I was going on, and the Boks brought it home. And now we're going to face England in the semi-finals. I won't take England lightly, but I think that the Boks have a very good chance to go on and face either New Zealand or Argentina in the finals. So guys, what do you think? Did you enjoy the game? Was your heart racing and pounding like mine was? Let me hear from you. Comment in the comment section, guys. Please like this video. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And I'll catch you guys on my next video.